Hey lovies, welcome back to my channel. Yes, yes, you read the thumbnail and the description of this video, right? We are finally doing a DIY. I don't even know how long it's been. I'm almost embarrassed to say that the DIYs, and I think it was really the Grimoire tour and then the DIYs really bumped my channel up, and I know that's what you guys love to see. And then I just stopped making them. Like, that's so rude AF. But I have one for you today. And I know if you've been watching my channel and my updates, it's been just a wild ride this past few months, but I'm really excited to do some DIYs. I've missed doing them with you. I've missed premieres. If you guys are here with me, chatting it up in the chat box, thank you. Thank you for being here. You guys are amazing in our community, in our little legion. So, yeah, let's do it. Without further ado, I have 5. Do I have 5? 4-ish DIYs for you today. So if you want to see them, keep on watching. As per usual, I like to do a Dollar Tree haul. And I kind of take you with me to the Dollar Tree store and we can kind of shop around and see what we can find. But I've been accumulating things from the Dollar Tree and haven't gone in a while. The last thing I picked up, I'll show you, was this glass. First of all, how cute is this glass? It says, "My horoscope said this would happen." How awesome is that? You probably can't see it because of my soda. But so cute. I love this. I actually should have picked up more so I can do like a little bundle and have some giveaways, which I want to do on my next DIY. So this plate was the last thing that I purchased, and I have a set of these 3 wooden guys. I think we can do something really cool with these. As always, right now, I have no idea. No idea what I'm going to do, but we're going to wing it. And it always comes out pretty amazing, I think. Pretty doable, pretty easy. So let's just go for it. So I have this plate. I have an idea of what I want to do. We'll go over that later. Again, I have these 3 little box guys. Pretty good quality too. Like, for $1, it's pretty awesome. So I have these guys, and that's what I bought recently. So I bought my cup and those 2 things. What I've been hoarding was this clay. They always have this in the kids section, and it's still soft, thank God, because I must have had it for a couple months. And I know exactly what I want to do with this guy, so we'll review that later. There's these guys. I love this. This is like a lunch storage tower, and you can store things in here. Maybe you kind of think or kind of have an idea of what I'm going to do with this. Let me know in the comment box if you have any idea. So I have something fun I think is going to work. So let's just see. Bear in mind that all these things that I'm showing you may not make it to the DIY, depending if it's a total fail. Maybe I should show you total fails. Maybe I should get to the point where I'm just like, there's no return. This looks like complete crap. There's just no return. Let me know if that's something you guys are interested in, because sometimes DIYs, like with my editing and other people doing DIYs, trust me, they mess up, they fluff up bad. They just don't show you. There's been so many DIYs where I'm just like, I cannot show them this. So if you're interested in that, let me know. Or if you think that's pretty much a waste of time, like you're here to see things that actually work, let me know. So don't know what I'm going to do with this, but this is pretty cool. I saw these like gem type of stickers. Always cool to have that guy. I got some new twine bits. both from the Dollar Tree. This one's really nice, like green for any florals or for working with that type of color. And I love this twine in particular because it's really thin. Let me see if I can pull it out. Like the actual twine is really thin. Some of the ones that I have are like just too thick and I can't put charms through them. So I got those. I already opened these up, but these are just pretty much a staple. A lot of practitioners who shop at the Dollar Tree have these glass vials, really cute. I've even seen people make really pretty necklaces out of them. So we're going to use these guys today. Last few items. I got these from Valentine's Day. Oh, man, I want to do like really an enchanted candle with this, like a love spell. You know what? Maybe I'll do that another time if you want me to concentrate just on love. I have a lot of stuff here and I only want to do the 4 to 5 DIYs. So, but the thing is that even with this, we can make something really nice in here, but Dollar Tree is not selling these guys. So I might just want to save them. Let me know, sound off in the comment section below if you want me to work with anything with attraction, love, things like that, and we can incorporate these. Maybe I'll give them away as a giveaway, but when I do DIYs, I like to do them in the season that you can still go out and get them, or with things that they always have like this. So this is new. You can get this right now. This they always have, but like something like this is really like seasonal. They only came out with this in Valentine's Day. So I'm a little reluctant to do a DIY today with these, but if you are interested, let me know. We have this really cute jar, little apothecary jar moment. And then we have this beautiful jar, which they're coming out with a bunch of colors, but I just love the clear. So we can make something really cool with this. So these are the things that I have. Let me think about it. Let me think about it because, like I said, there's really no rhyme or reason. I kind of just think of things in my head and go for it. You know, I haven't made what I want to make with this yet. I haven't done what I want to do with this yet. So hopefully, you know, as we try the DIY, it works. Okay, let's do this. Super excited. So the first DIY is really, really simple. Actually, all 4 DIYs that I'm doing this week are probably the easiest DIYs on my channel to date. So if you're just joining in and you have discovered my channel, first of all, hi, welcome. And yeah, this is a really good video to get started with and just to kind of dip your toes into my style of doing DIYs. So what you're going to need, obviously you saw, is really just the modeling clay from the Dollar Tree, a toothpick to help you detail and take some of the clay out, and some paint. I always knew when I saw the modeling clay at the DT is that I wanted to do a goddess, altar plaque, or some type of representation. You can also do a god plaque or statue. Pretty much the options are endless when it comes to modeling clay. And the clay is pretty easy to work with. It's become soft very quickly. And you can see here that I'm just doing the chest area. I love when the world is represented. Our planet Earth is represented as her pregnant belly. I love that. So I definitely wanted to incorporate that here. And just take your time. It's very forgiving. It's a little bit harder than Play-Doh. And yeah, just have fun with this one. It doesn't matter what color you have. So right now, I know it looks like a hot mess, but if you're new here, anyone who's been on the channel for a while will tell you and will vouch for me that it always starts off looking like a hot mess. and then we slowly build on it, and then it becomes something that you can be proud of. Just trust the process and the rest will follow. Okay, I love this part. So you're going to take either a barbecue skewer or a toothpick. Both can be found at the Dollar Tree, and you're just going to really do a nice design however you choose. I'm doing something that's more earthy because of the earth, so I'm doing a lot of twigs and leaves and vines. It's just so, so pretty. All right, so yeah. Funny that I asked if you wanted to see any any things that didn't go right. Here's perfect example. Don't put Dollar Tree modeling clay. Maybe I should have known better. Thought that I don't really work with modeling clay like that, so I thought that was gonna be amazing, but yeah, no. Back to the drawing board. Okay, so we're gonna try it again. And as it goes, it's never a mistake. It's always a happy accident because I actually happen to love this one more. It's not too flat. It has a really nice type of depth to it. So I much prefer this a little bit smaller and a little bit thicker for an altar tile. Okay, so make sure before you paint your piece to let it dry completely. It may take overnight and into the next day before you really start painting. So I'm just coming in here with some lighter browns, some darker browns. I'm going to start painting the vines, the earth, do a lot of detailing with a spiral on her head, add a triple moon to the top, and again, just have fun with it. Think outside the box. If you mess up, you can always take a wet rag and wipe it off if your clay is completely dry. So again, no accidents. You can always make it work, and it's your piece. It's your piece to take your time and be proud of. So after you're done with your design, you've let your clay completely dry, you've let your paint completely dry. I believe I saw online that you can go in with like a clear Mod Podge and finish your piece off. And it really makes your colors pop when you add a really nice layer of either glaze, clear Mod Podge. I don't know how a semi gloss spray paint will act, but I know with my piece it worked wonders. So I hope that you like this one. Next up, we are doing a really special crystal grid, which we call the Seed of Life. What you're going to need for this project is the Dollar Tree candle holder, or you can consider it a black plate. I love this one because it has texture. You're going to need a printout of the Seed of Life pattern. I always like doing this just to save time and to make it really, really easy for those folks who kind of don't do well with patterns or lines or connections or things like that. So you see here that I'm simply putting the printout underneath the plate, and it's really, really easy to paint over it. What we're going to do differently with this one is we're going to play with dimensions. And I really want to introduce this to my DIYs so that way you can see and kind of get the technique for that. When you work with dimensions, especially on a see-through surface like this, you want to work with the end in mind. So here, I'm working first with the pattern, then I'm going to come in with splatter, and then I'm going to finish it off with some spray paint. So that way the spray paint covers everything, but if you're working with a see-through item like this glass, you'll see everything on the other side. While we are painting our dimensions, like I just mentioned, I want to go over what a crystal grid is. So crystal grids are really good for manifesting intentions by placing multiple crystals upon a sacred geometry pattern. And what you see here is what we call the Seed of Life. The Seed of Life is formed from 7 circles being placed with a 6-fold symmetry, forming a pattern of circles and lenses. This grid, like the Metatron's cube, is really powerful for working with the universe. And look how awesome it came out. I'm so in love with this. I rimmed the plate in gold, but you can see here that all of our splatter, the silver and the black, shows from the top. And I love this. I love working with the second surface, so that way the top is completely, you can put grids, it won't scratch, you can clean it, you can dust it and wipe it off, and it will remain intact. I love this crystal grid. Let me know what you guys think. Okay, so next is our bonus item. That's the half and our 4.5 today. I really wanted to do as much as possible without taking so much time because I know that you guys been wanting some DIYs and I wanted to come back with a bunch. So we are making some practice runes today with my good friend Priscilla's Release the Craftin' on Etsy. I'll leave the link here and I'll leave some information below. And she comes out with the most amazing digitals on Etsy. One of those digitals is a set of runes for you to put in your journals. And what we're going to do today is use them to practice. Getting the digitals from her Etsy shop is really, really easy. You take the link that I'm giving you below, you purchase, and then it's immediately available for you to print. So what I've done here is I printed on cardstock and I backed them with a piece of felt. I did this so I can use them to practice. They don't kind of fly around and it's soft on any surface. And if I wanted to use a piece of Velcro, either on my journal, my grimoire, or just practicing, I can kind of stick them on the Velcro as I'm learning about each rune. So right here, I'm using my grimoire to just jot down the reading the runes. And what I love is the square of 9 layout. So here I'm basically just writing the notes of that. So I will say that the position 1 is the past and its bearing on present events. The second is your future state of mind and your attitude towards the outcome. The third position is influences on the matter in hand and things that you may not be aware of. Position 4, how these hidden influences will affect the outcome. Position 5 is to present all of your circumstances. Position 6, your memories of and attitude to past events. Position 7 is your present viewpoint. Position 8 is your hidden influences on past events. And position 9 is the best possible outcome. So this is what we call the square of 9. And when you see the results of the runes, you can see me placing them in that position. And here's the end result. I love these practice runes. It's really nice to keep in your grimoire, nice and flat. I put them here in an envelope that another friend made me, April at Pink Godbird. I'll leave her information below. But here you see me placing the practice runes on a nice piece of cloth. The felt keeps it from moving around. And it's so easy and so transportable. You guys, this next DIY is so easy. And it was a little bit hard for me because I'm so used to really detailing my work. I had to kind of pull back a little bit so that way I don't overcomplicate it. But I really wanted this batch of DIYs to be very transportable. I really felt that was a time to do this. It's getting nice out. People are wanting to go to the park. People are wanting to invite friends over. So I wanted to do a batch of DIYs that you can really bring anywhere. So when I saw this actual lunch box, I thought, what better way to make this a traveling altar? With the pink in the middle, I wanted to get something a little bit of gold and black. So I digged into my Halloween stash and I found this really pretty ribbon from the Dollar Tree. But you can really decorate this however you want. You can make it rustic, you can make it super witchy, you can make it celestial. I decided just to, I really wanted this to be really fun and glittery. I added a white ribbon just to kind of break apart the gold cobwebs and the black, and I just think it looks so nice. So of course I needed to add something just a little bit extra. So I took that twine that we spoke about earlier, really nice and thin, and went right through my charm. So that way I can add just a little bit of extra to the middle part of the traveling altar. Okay, here's the fun part. Just load it up with the things that you need. It fits, trust me. So I'm fitting in the smudge sticks that I've been making on my apothecary. I will do a whole video about all of the items that I have in my apothecary. Don't worry, that will be available soon. I have an amethyst wand. I have salt, water. It's always good on my traveling altar to have these representations. And that's it. That's one half. The other half, I'm sticking a altar cloth. I have some 2 candles to represent God and Goddess. I have my charm or prayer beads. And the little cup is so useful. I put some cones. In the cup, you can put some herbs. You can fill it a little bit with oil should you wish. I mean, the possibilities are endless. You guys, I fit a whole entire traveling altar in one of these little lunch boxes from Dollar Tree. So cute, so useful. You can pop it right into your bag and it's ready to go. I hope you guys like this one. As simple as it is, it's one of my favorites. If you were to make this, what would you put in your traveling altar? Leave some comments below. Okay, this is the last DIY for this Witchy Wednesday. It always goes by so fast. This one, I think I saved the best for last. And this is a traveling, it can sit on your altar, but it's really meant to share with friends, a libation center. So what you're gonna need are these really adorable, cute little trays from the Dollar Tree and some paints. And I also have the moss sheets from the Dollar Tree as well. We're gonna stick them in. You'll see them a little bit later. So what you're going to want to do is mix your acrylic paints with water. Make sure they're really nice and wet, because we're going to splatter on these again, but we're going to splatter using wet on wet. So just like watercolors, splatter also has a technique. You can either splatter on dry surface or you can splatter on a wet surface, and it creates a little bit of a halo, which is really nice. It's not so sharp, and I think that's perfect for this celestial type of vibe that I'm trying to do. And I love this vibe. I just love the blues and the yellows. It kind of brings me back to the 90s. So when everything I had was celestial. I love it so much. I think I want to do a whole nother set of just celestial type DIYs. If you're into that, let me know. So after the paint's dried, I went in with some yellow, did some detailing, and now I'm just painting some stars with yellow acrylic paint and white. For the middle tray, I'm going to be painting it just a little bit different. I'm going in with white. I'm still using the yellow on the top, and we're doing another wet on wet technique, but this time it's blue. I'm not going to add any stars or anything like that. I really want it to be different for the middle. Okay, the next step is to cut the moss sheets. This is totally optional. I just wanted it to be really funky, but you can paint the bottom, you can add cardstock. I mean, again, the possibilities are endless, but if you are following along with my DIY, you're going to want to use the boxes to kind of outline where you're going to cut the moss sheets, and then you're just literally going to pop them in. Okay, our next step is to just simply hot glue the boxes together. I wanted to do this so it can be a nice sturdy tray, but you can of course leave them unglued. That's why I wanted to paint on all sides so you see what they look like should you want to keep them separated. I'm going to also go in and just glue the insides so that way our moss mats have something to stick on. Okay, so the last step here is to grab a piece of paper that you're going to use as your label. So when I say a libation tray or any libation setup, it's really important when you're doing ritual. You don't always have to do libation when you cast a circle, but it's always good practice to set up something that we call cakes and ale. So that way you consume either bread or cookies or something like that and offer some to your patron or your god and goddess. You also drink ale or drink juice or any type of beverage, and you also offer it up. So when we are making our tray, one tray is for your cakes, one tray is for your ale, and one tray is for your offering. And this is the end result. It's so nice. I'm so obsessed with it. You can see that we used our bottle from the Dollar Tree that has some wine. We have a crystal with our cakes, just some crackers. And then I have here a vintage offering bowl that fits right in that tray. So that way, if you're having company and you're doing a group ritual, everyone can have a bite of your cake, have a sip of your ale, and offer some up to your god or goddess. Beautiful way to use just a handful of Dollar Tree items. Let me know what you think. Thanks so much for watching, you guys. It was so fun doing these DIYs with you. I hope you love them. Here, I'm leaving you with my 2 best playlists, Witchy Wednesday and Spellcraft Sunday. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.